fishing the surface right on top of my spot.
So guys, we're down Shearwater today in Warminster, and it's going to be interesting. This lake's absolutely packed full of carp, and we're going to have something a little bit different to the channel. We're going to do zigs versus bottom baits to just see how we get on. So Corey's got some zigs out, I've got some zigs out, we've also got some bottom baits out as well. So we're going to flick between the two, see what produces the bites this time of year, and hopefully I can bring you an absolute banger. So boom, here we are. We're in the point swim on this session, and we are opposite the boathouse. And basically, me and Corey are fishing very similar. And what he's doing now in front of me is just topping up with spoms. I put my bait out, flick 2 zigs out, 1 on the bottom. Have you got 2 zigs out, 1 on the bottom as well? 3 zigs out. So there you go. It's even more of a. I mean, if the one goes on the bottom bait, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rods on zigs. And it was probably an indication that we should move on to the bottom, but I am probably going to move that onto zigs and then flick onto the bottom later and play about with that throughout this session and see what we can do. But they do like the bait in here apparently. I've never really done any time on here or anything, and this is where Corey was used to live on this lake with his mates back in the day, so it's going to be interesting, and I'm looking forward to an eventful trip, I'm sure. Here's the mix that I'm going to be using. So we've got some 4s, 6s and 8s in there, which is the new pellet, which I've got beside me there. It smells absolutely unbelievable. This is the fruit and nut pellet. I've got some 10 millers in there, some OG fish sauce, some OG fruit and nut, and some magic dust, both magic dust, finishing it off with the flat spot. So I've got a lovely mix there, but I do want to get some stuff going down to the bottom, because at the moment I'm not having much luck on zigs whatsoever, and the rods have probably been out about half an hour, 45 minutes now, something like that. We are starting to see fish show just to the left, or fizzing just to the left of Corey over there, so that's exciting. We're going to leave it at that, top up with a few spoms, slowly start trickling this in, and maybe put one on the bottom over the duration in the next hour. And you can hear a plane or a helicopter or something above me. There's a road here as well you can park, because there's plenty of access around this lake as well, which is great. So there it is. Let's do some spomming. 10 spoms on the money. Didn't want to record it in the end, don't want to bore you, you've seen me spom before. Again, if I catch any fish I'll go into great more depth of it all and where I've been swimming, probably get some footage. But yeah, this tree here, 17 wraps on the money. And obviously I'm fishing 2 zigs out there at the moment, but I've put the bottom bait out for the reason that I can keep watching, see if I see bubbles, and that's when the watercraft comes into it then. Sort of react to what I need to. Like, I've still got all this water here, T's coming here later, but I've still got all this water here to play with. You know, if I see a fish I can punch a single on its head, or maybe fish a solid bag over there, or a little mesh bag or something. And Corey's got the same flexibility over there. So there it is, coffee time, AeroPress out. Lovely jubbly. Right, well that's me done, I'm absolutely covered. I've got spod soup all up my back and all sorts, but I've also been flicking between the two, so I've been putting a bit of the pellet mix out, the 10 minutes that I showed you earlier, and also the slop. We've got some nice sloppy mix in here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Let's bring it up to the camera. It gives you a little bit of a gauge. This is something I've been playing around with for a while, and we will be bringing a sloppy spod mix out going into next year. But yeah, been playing about with that. We've given them quite a bit, but obviously being that the spod mix is just loads of real small fine particles, you can get away with putting a lot out knowing that you're not going to be overdoing it. But in between that I've then been chucking out sort of for every 10 spoms of the slop I've been adding like 2 of them out of the 10 have probably been the pellet and the 10 mil mix. I've kept them very tight, and I've put out a little bit now, probably 3 kilo of the pellet mix in that, and obviously quite a bit of the other stuff, but like I said, it turns into nothing. So tonight I am going to put 3 rods in it. I'm going to leave the 2 zigs out on that spot at the moment, but what I think I'm going to do is tonight is probably keep 1 zig on and drop 2 on the bottom, so it's fair, so I'm getting a good gauge of, is zig's going to be doing it, is bottom's going to be doing it. But at the moment the zigs are certainly not doing it, and there's been not one bit of sunlight come through, and the mist is already rolling back. I don't even know what the time is. What is the time, Paul?
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock as well, so another 2 hours we're going to start losing light anyway. But not that we've had any real sunshine today here at Shearwater. But yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. I think Corey's popping up the shop in a second to get some food and bits and bobs, and hopefully I can nick one in between now and then. So I'll catch up with in a little bit. I just wanted to keep in the loop. Well, Corey's comes back with the goods, just having a quick munch. We're making some rigs down there for later this evening. I'm sure I'll let you know about them. But yeah, we've got some coffee. We're reloaded now, mate, ain't we?
Yeah, boy.
Rods are out.
Boy.
Come on the cart. So I'm sitting back in the new bivvy at the moment, and I'm sure I'll touch base on that more tomorrow. Food supply, like I said earlier, rigs made, but I'm going to change my rods. I'm going to put the 2 rods to my left on bottom baits up against that tree, and then my right hand rod on a zig tonight. So I'm going to sort of do the opposite of what I'm doing at the moment to give it a good chance and see what that does versus each other, if you like. So I'm going to do that, but I'm going to leave it another sort of half an hour, and just before sort of dark I am going to flick them out and get them on the money, and then top up with a few more spoms. So there it is. Doesn't it look mega out there? Right, so I've just reeled my middle rod in, and I'm going to fish a nice long tonight. Nice long one, combi setup, an 80mm OG fruit and nut, a little pinky snowman style, sits lovely. I'm going to fish a little mesh bag on that as well, with one crushed up 18mm, and I'm going to fish that on the money on the tip. This will probably be my right hand rod, but I'm going to see how it goes when I cast. Happy days. Boom. There it is, little mesh bag. Let's have it. Rods out, and happy with them. First one took me a couple goes, second one was alright, and then the right hand rod is on a zig, and the big tall tree, a bit closer in. It's about 7 foot, I think, so I'm going to try that. I'm sure not before long. It's going to be very, very dark. It's done 2 fish today. These blokes over here have had 2, so fair play to them. And a load of bream, from what a gentleman said to me. So there he is. Oh, he's just set up T's abode. T's coming in a minute. He's been working all day, so he's going to fish this sort of body of water. I'm fishing out here. Mr. Longcast, Corey, over there. So we both put a bit of bait out and we're fully prepared. Fingers crossed. Well, it is dark out there now. Well, that looks really light. It's really dark. Sit back, watch and listen. Come on a carp. Well, Corey had some action there and I don't know what was going on, but...
I'm in.
Oh, you're in?
Yeah.
Hey, would you look at that, he's in. Got one then, mate?
Yeah.
Middle rod?
Yeah. It's not doing a lot.
It's weird, wasn't it? It was just literally the bobbin pulled up, we were watching it.
And it dropped right back, but then I had a stuttery one. I think I'll just about to take out my right hand rod.
Fair play there, mate.
Don't really know what's going on.
I'm going to leave him to it, let him get his waders on, and I'll see you soon. He's only went and done it. It was a nice one. It's a good one. Well in, mate.
You see scary?
Yeah. Look at that, mate. So there it is. That's what Corey had on a fruit and nut. It's a 15mm match the hatch. And I'm sure we'll go through the setup tomorrow, how he's fishing, rigs, etc. But yeah, well in, mate.
Cheers, bud.
Big old goblin.
Look at the head on it.
The mouth on him, bro.
Right, it didn't take long. We've just put it in the retainer, Corey's, very quickly. And my middle rod is absolutely held off on the baited spot. On the 80mm fruit and nut again. So, they're obviously liking the fruit and nut. This is with the new pellet as well. We've both been fishing the new pellet, but it's putting up a little bit of an account for itself, so hopefully it's an half decent one. But if there's anything like the one Corey's got just down here, I'll be over the moon. Happy days. Come on the carp and come on the Parker baits. Right, so there it is, first one for me, shortly after Corey's. He slipped his back and yeah, give me a little bit of a merry dance, not too much of a fight, but it's an absolute block of ice, this fish, and it's absolutely freezing cold, but probably 15, 16 pounds, something like that. I'm not going to weigh it, but rod's back out on the money already. OG fruiting that 80mm with a little yellow topper, that was. Thank you very much, Mr. Carp. Let's get you back. It's quite shallow here, so what we've done is I've just put waders on. Corey's got waders behind the camera, just for the safety of the fish, just to go a little bit further, a little bit deeper. I'm going to let this one go. I'll just add. We've both been doing this, and we'll do this over the duration of the trip. Hopefully we'll have a few more. So yeah, come with me and we'll let it go. It's absolutely freezing, mate. T's turned up, he's next door. Probably just heard him whip his rod. Whack! Hopefully many more. Come on, the fruit and nut. Right, well, like I said, rod's back out. Look at that. He's got the gold alarms, baby. Back, Nick got them fixed for me. When you're watching this, mate, thanks very much. Much appreciated. Buzzing to have them back, mate. Hear that noise again. But yeah, rod's out. It went out lovely, to be fair. Got a nice donk, and I did hit a fish on the way down as well. So Corey, whilst I was doing that, topped up with 5 spoms, and I was dealing with the fish and stuff. But yeah, T's to my right. He's rocked up. He's set up. Now, here he is.
Oh, mate.
How are you, mate?
Got a grueling bit of setting up in the dark.
Yeah, you know.
It's all fun and games.
Yeah. The T's on the end. I'm sure we'll touch base more tomorrow. But yeah, actually, come on. Old Theo's popped down. He don't mess about, does he? Look at that. Sexy biscuits and his granddad's swam. Look at that. Lovely. Pitch black.
T's had a beat.
That was a take from me earlier.
Biscuits. Lovely. Well, just eating our biscuits, and Corey's middle rod pulled up. Weird take, and then start taking line. He's hit into it. And now he's lost it. He's just doing the wraps on it. Get it straight back out on the money. Do you want a bicky? Come on. So quick dinner tonight, and that is what I'm having. Corey got this earlier up the shop. I'm there now cooking away, just as it is. Lovely chutney.
Absolute screamer, wasn't it, Ben?
Yeah, mate. She's still going.
She's still going. You got the big one. What'd they say? They reckon there's catfish in here. Maybe one, and maybe Ben's got it.
I don't know if it's a catfish, mate. I don't know.
Angry carp. You ain't going to bed, mush. Lie down.
Yeah, Ben was just about to get into bed. He said, and on that note, I'm going to bed. And he sat down, and then the rod screamed off.
Yeah. Absolutely tore off, didn't it?
Yeah, it certainly did. It was like the bobbin hit the alarm so hard.
Oh yeah, steady, mate. I'll go up.
Well, you're nearly 4.5 minutes into a battle. Oh,
That was Ben. Yeah.
oh yeah, we just saw it roll.
Carp, isn't it? Happy days.
It's not a bad carp.
We're in.
Way.
Beaten by plastic.
Just got beaten by a pasty. It's a river farm all over again.
That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Alright. 15, 12, 15, 14.
15.
Yeah.
Just under 16, yeah.
Right, so there it is. He's a lively one. He's definitely a lively one. But fish number 2, OG fruited nut, 80 mils again, doing the do. I'm going to slip this one back now, get the rod back out. Happy days. Thanks very much.
Alright, let's.
So there it is. I've just let the fish back, and no, I'm not going to say that. And there it is. Corey's just let the fish go for me to get a little bit deeper, and I'm going to top up now with some sponge. That's the first thing I'm going to do. I had a lot of the fruited nut pellet. The new pellet was in it, but I'm going to mix a load more of that in there now. I had a few more boilies. I've got them 10 mils left. I've already done nearly 2 kilo of them. So yeah, top up 5 to 7 spoms I think, and then get my head down probably. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Well, that's me topped up with spoms and definitely ready for bed. It's been a very, very long day. Definitely put up a scrap, that one. It really, really did, for something that wasn't, well, really very big at all, but not complaining nevertheless. Come on. Hopefully get a screamer soon. Come on, the Nosser pigs.
What's happened here, Ben?
Wow. We'll tore off again. Middle rod. Just after I put that bait out. Turned on the dinner bell. The OG fruit and nut dinner bell. And this one's coming in a lot easier, so hopefully got a half decent one. Happy days.
Corey's just getting some more bait out there by the looks of it. And even T's got out of bed.
Put another little common, we're going to unhook it, let it go. Get it back on the money and hopefully catch another one. Geared up.
Well done, mate.
Cheers, mate. Oh, it's just coming up to 1 o'clock. And T's got a little one over there, just going to let it go. But, well done, T-bone. So it is now 7 o'clock and this was starting to, I think there's people turning up the other side. Not much more action after T's last night, to be honest with you. The wind's trickling in. It's turned the other end, it was going this way, now it's coming this way. But yeah, time to sit back now, probably touch base to you like breakfast now, but I want to lock on, sort of see what I can do. 3 fish, happy with that. Come on. TT.
Nearly had you. I couldn't resist it. I literally just got up as well, so I put it on there. I put it on there and it made a peep, and I seen the brolly move. I was like, no, you're busted already.
This is basically what I've been having them on last night. They were the 10 millers. So I've been putting a bag of them in, mixing it with the OG fruit and nut pellet. Smell. You'll see what I mean when you get your hands on this. It smells amazing. Magic dust, sauces, and then the new flat spot, and that's literally been the do for this session so far. Corey's topping up some slop, and yeah, I've just redone the rods to get that fairness in again, playing about the zigs, playing about the bottom baits, and let's see what does the do. Again, not going to record it. The time to top up was probably about 10-15 swans directly over the top where I've just redone the rods. So I've got the slop in there, but also the bottom bait mix to then flick onto tonight. Happy days. So coffee time in my clean mug. Theo's off. T's there, feeling sorry for himself for the one he's had. I think we're all feeling a bit sorry for ourselves, to be honest. I keep playing about with different colours, different depths on these zigs to try and give them a good go. Just topping it off there with a few maggots. See if that works. Slightly lower to the bottom this one. But yeah, keep playing. That's the update for now. Absolutely freezing. And like I mentioned, I've been playing about with zigs, and I've also been sort of, although I showed you earlier, I've put that sort of heavier mix out that's going to drop to the bottom, although it's got a lot of the sauce on. I've been flicking between a bit of sloppy as well, so sort of give it a fair chance. But the zigs, they definitely haven't been doing it so far this session. It's definitely been the bottom baits. So all the fish that have come were on them 18 mil, so I can't grumble with that. I've seen the guys over the back there have 2 this morning, which is good. So it shows they're feeding, but they're fishing right off the back of where we're fishing, nowhere near where we're fishing, and not our water. But apparently there's been a lot of big hits up that end against the down wall. Apparently it's really deep, from what the bailiffs have been saying, and the fish do hold up in there. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. It really is. And there's an elusive massive catfish in here as well that the old person who've seen. I think it might have been on the bank once or twice, but yeah, that'd be interesting. I thought I looked into it yesterday and it gave me a right old Mary dance. I don't think the lead didn't drop off, so that didn't help, so it gave a false illusion. But yeah, give me a right account for itself, that little 15 pounder that I had, that last one. But anyway, I'm going to watch the water now for the next couple of hours. I'm not going to put any more bait out. I've put enough out now. I'm going to sit on my hands, like I said, watch the water, lock on, and hopefully get an absolute screamer. I'll see you in a bit. Get on last night then, mate?
Not very good, mate.
Not very good.
Nah. Nice bit of sleep, that's about it. Yeah, not very good, so change of plan.
Yeah, so what's your plan of action then? Let's get in here.
Poach matey's water, so the side of the lake. No, I'm fishing about 13 foot of water at the moment.
Right.
I think I'm coming up a slope because I'm blunting hooks.
Yeah, I noticed that this morning. You said I said you had 2 on the top of your bivvy, didn't you? And then you said, oh yeah.
Brand new works out the packet, now just useless. No fish caught on them, just useless.
And we both said the importance of making sure you're checking your hooks, because so many people reel them in, don't they? Just put your PVA nugget straight back on the hook, cast it back out, don't even think about looking at the end of the point, and then ultimately you're not fishing, are you?
Sometimes even when they seem sharp though, they're not sharp, especially when you think fish have been hooked so many times. You want something that's going to go in and stay in there sort of thing, not something that's just going to prick the surface.
Exactly
and
that.
Not really do anything now.
How do you check, mate? Do you run it across your nail or?
visual most of the time, isn't
Yeah,
it? Really,
yeah.
you know what I mean. But apart from that, yeah, you can put it in. But to be fair, I've got quite tough hands, so it's quite hard to sort of judge it. But if I do it on, I don't know.
Do it on your finger or pull it
Yeah,
into your finger. You sort of know, don't you? When you've done it for quite a while, you sort of know.
But,
So plan of action then, mate, today, because obviously you're going to have a play around. I pulled this camera in,
Yeah.
so what is the plan of action?
I'm gonna sacrifice the spot that I've been fishing for the past 24 hours.
And what wraps were you at?
17.
17 wraps, yeah.
Yeah, about 17 wrap. And I've noticed at 24-ish, it's about 5-6 foot deeper.
Deeper than what you are fishing.
And it seems, and it's silk. So
Right, okay. So a lot softer than where you were fishing.
100%. And all the other ones are all bang, bang, bang. And don't get me wrong, I think that's quite good in some places, but I don't think it is in here. I think that's you're fishing on rocks like it is down.
You're not wrong, and they're
sort
big
of
old,
thing.
and that's what's blunting the hooks,
That's
isn't
exactly
it?
what's blunting the hooks, yeah.
And there's people having it off, isn't there, over from us at the moment on the, would you call it the lawn or something? Did you say to me yesterday? The lawns.
Yeah, the big lawns. Or
Yeah.
something like that, but
Yeah.
it's doing my head in, to be honest with you. So I've got to do something about it.
Go to your boundary and hopefully nick some fish, mate.
That wind's not the best.
And just very, very quickly, what did you have your fish on last night?
That was on 40mm fruit and nut, match the hat.
And you've been putting quite a lot of the new pellet out, mate, haven't you? And just you
like
put 18 mils out of me. I was fishing smaller. You bought you come in the factory, didn't you? Give us a hand when we finished up, and you just went in with the 18s, didn't you? I think it was quite clever, really.
It's just because there's a lot of small fish, a lot of cricket back commons in there, there's a lot of bream in there. You know what I mean? So it's just try and deter.
Get rid. Yeah,
you
I
probably
understand.
We realised that last night. You had a smaller one on the.
That's it, yeah, even though I was fishing a bigger bait, sometimes you can't do nothing, but
no, you can't help what picks up your bait, but yeah, but we have had a few teens, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So what's
better than just the commons.
So we've had, what have we had now? 5 between me and you, and T's had one.
Yeah.
Right, well.
T's had half of one.
Half of one.
That's another story.
Brilliant. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Is he in? Are you in? Get out. No way.
Told you, that deep in water.
Look at that, he's just put his rods out.
Spom over the top and it went.
One spom over the top. On the money. And he's into one. Get in there. Bosh. Then, mate.
Yes, mate.
Long range?
Paid off.
Yeah, it's good angling, mate, to be fair.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
The other people over the back were definitely having them. Extended where you were fishing, didn't you? And then straight away within what, one spom going over the top?
Literally, I'd rather been out 5 minutes.
Yeah, fair play, fair play. So I've done exactly the same. I've repeated the process, and hopefully we can start having a few now. But now, well then, mate, it's a nice one. Lovely jubbly. Geared up. How's it go? How's it go? Yeah. misjudged it on the bait situation. I've just given it, I've probably got about 2-3 spoms left in there, giving them that pellet mix I showed you, and my hands are like ice blocks. Corey's next door, he's going to fish long, he's bailed his other spot. I'm bailing the spot at the moment, but I'm going to fish them all on the bottom now, bring them in. Ziggs definitely ain't doing it. Come on. Well, I had a bit of a mare. I was fishing too tight on them left lamb rods, and one of them got tangled up, so I had to lose a load of line, reset it all up, put a new rig on, because obviously where I pulled it back, I've been blunt it like we were talking about earlier. I'll have a coffee now. Water's here, ready to go. Put them on there in a second. Fire that up a bit more. That bottom there. But yeah, all 3 of them. Yeah, all 3 of them on the money, on the bottom. And let's see whether that does the do today. Like I said, tried the jigs. Definitely do more of this so I can give it a proper go. But obviously there's so much stuff. It depends on weather, pressures, temperatures, where you are, what you're doing, how deep the lake is. So many factors, but it's good fun to have a play nevertheless. So let's see what the bottom brings tonight. Come on the carp, come on the Parker baits, and come on the absolute nosser of all nossers. Well, there it is, past the alert. But he's a feisty one. And he's definitely going back like that, so yeah, I'm absolutely soaked. I'm dripping like an egg sandwich, my hands are freezing, and Corey's laughing at me. Well, so as you probably saw there, that release didn't go to plan, but the rod's back out on the money, and I think we're going to order some food. T's asleep at the moment, bless him. He's been getting some good sleep on his camping trip here, but it's absolutely pitch black. Haven't seen nobody else have much action at all since we've been sort of watching it this evening, me and Corey. But yeah, another thing I didn't touch on yesterday was my new bivvy. So I've got a Fox Frontier, the X one, the one in the middle. It's an absolute beast. It will be coming. Me and Tommy are going to do a review on it, put it up against my other bivvy, and show you the comparison of setting up time. But yeah, so far, what a bit of kit. Well impressed. What food are we going to get tonight then, mate?
I don't know. It looks like some sort of pizza. By the looks of
Pizza?
things. Yeah.
Nice.
Do it now, to be honest.
Yeah, it's absolutely freezing. Cold.
Get up here, mate. Walk back.
He's in. Mr. 30's in. Absolute screamer. Still playing it. Corey's there with a net. It's blowing out. It's freezing cold. It really, really is. Oh, it's freezing. Another one. Well then, mate. So a very little one for you, mate.
Yeah, little one.
Fish number 2?
Yeah, fish number 2, mate.
And it is absolutely Baltic, isn't it?
Oh, mate, it is fresh.
It's fresh. Looking forward to some food. Get the rod back out on the money in a second. What was that on, mate?
That one's on a little wafter, mate.
Happy days. Happy days. Oh. It's alright at the moment, just trying to keep warm. I'm freezing. Corey's just had his hands over and waiting for food. We've just ordered some food. The chicken burger. Some loaded fries. See what they'll be turning out like. But yeah, at the moment, just trying to keep warm. We're off first thing tomorrow morning, so if we don't have nothing through the night, it's going to be a quick one in the morning, but I'll let you know. The dinner's turned up and we got...
Someone order loaded fries.
That's unbelievable, mate. What was this takeaway place called? something peppers.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to get asked this. Look at that, double whammy chicken fantami. What did you get, mate?
Oh, nice bit of your chicken. We should take that then.
Hand it over. Oh, I've got it on the lens. Have a look. What'd you get? Doner and chips. Oh yeah.
Cheesy chips and doner, mate.
Oh, lovely jubbly.
Lovely jubbly.
So I don't know what it was. What was it? I ordered a cheesy, I think they no, loaded fries with chicken, spicy chicken. That's probably one of the best things. I'll give some to the lads. T's had some, Corey's had some. Absolutely banging. Really was. I shouldn't have ordered a chicken burger. I didn't realise they were going to be that big. But yeah, wow, that's the dinner itself. Oh, this is real time. Pretty good night's sleep, to be honest, and I think a lot of that's down to this new bivvy. I'm not used to not after worrying about bits of water dripping on me, and well, that's what I normally got to deal with, sorry, to be honest with you. And also I definitely think this bivvy holds the heating better than anything else I've had ever before. And not only that, is the light. I'm one of these people at home now, I've got to have the blinds right down and have it pitch black, and you can certainly do that with this bivvy. Again, I've never had that before. So had a few funny bits in the middle of the night. I had a sort of a bit of a random take. Redone that rod. Probably should have topped up with a bit of bait, but I didn't. It was freezing. Absolutely bolted, and you know it is. There's probably an element of laziness involved with that. After having that smaller one, it was like, oh, so cold. So I've sort of flicked the rods back out on the money, but just probably should have topped up with bait, if I'm honest. But it was freezing. Oh, sorry, excuse me, but plan of action this morning is we're gonna have a coffee, and yeah, we're gonna make a move. I think head back, do the horrible bit, pack down. But at least I ain't got mountains of gear to pack down today. I'm going to just slowly plod down, and then yeah, be on our way. But it's been a great session here up Shearwater, and definitely not very productive in regards to fish, because I've had mates down here on that down wall. I've had messages last night of customers as well, absolutely ripping it up. So fair play to you guys, and if I have got any pictures, I'll put them on the screen now of these fish, guys. I don't know if I have, because I'm still on the bank and the signal's not great down there, but I've had a few messages off my brother saying, I had a few messages from customers saying they've been down and absolutely ripping up trees since I've been up here as well. If you do ever get wind of being up here, us being up here, guys, come round as well. You know, it's always nice to meet and watch the people that's obviously buy the bait, watch the channel. I love meeting new people as well, and potentially get on the bank with you guys one day as well. So there it is. Anyway, I'm going to fire this coffee up now and do the horrible bit. Start slowly packing now. I've just had the right predicament. I thought I'd just go up, get the last bit of drone shots for the intro and that, just to get it very quickly. A nice intimate shot. Starts taking it out, drone starts dropping. I've got a clip I'll put up on the screen now, guys. It's already on the van. I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know if it's because it's getting old. I've never had any issues with it whatsoever. But yeah, I'm going to go back and have a play about with it and then go from there now. It seems fine at the moment, but I'm just not risking that. The cold weather must not help it as well. The repellers on it and stuff. Overworking, because it's coming up on there, overworking propellers and stuff. So you know what, I'm leaving it. I'm not sort of ruining a half decent session losing the drone. So apologies for any intimate drone footage, but I'm sure you had a laugh there at me in regards to it nearly going in the drink. So there it is. Funny but not funny. Definitely not funny. Tom will be nodding his head at the camera now going, oh, God, what have I said to you about this drone? But I can only do so much. I really can. So that wasn't meant to happen at all. It just started dropping. It's not very strange. Anyway, slowly packing down now. T's getting all this stuff down. Mine's done. The frontier's away. Corey's got stuff on the barrow. We're nearly ready to go, but I touch base before we do. I'll see you in a bit. Right, wow, that is us done, all packed up. And Corey to my right has got a little surprise for you. a last minute lawn dig, and I'll show you in a second. But a few things to remember, I think, when you're coming down to Shearwater, this bank, so this downwall bank, apparently is some of the deepest part. Again, I'm not new to this. I'm sorry, I'm very new to this lake. I've only fished it this time or whatever. So all I would say is that downwall was opened in the time we've been here, and that's where a lot of these bites have been coming from. So I would imagine the fish are packed up down there. Also, our new flat spot is now available on the website after months and months and months and months, a long time of testing, and it's finally out. It's done some very big fish this year, including that 40-pound Eric's I had was an absolute banger, and that was over the new flat spot as well. So in a second I'm going to show you Corey's fish. He's got a 18-pounder, and I'll show you in a second. Happy days. Oh, and by the way, you may be lucky as well, our fruit and nut, the new mix and the fish pellets may be on the website. So if you have got a couple of seconds, pop over to parkerbaits.co.uk, check out, see if they're live, and be some of the first to get your hands on them. Fingers crossed they are live for this. But here's this. How's this? Let me turn you around. Look at this.
Yeah.
I'll wipe you off.
Stay straight on me now. Stay square, dead square.
Scales at the back, and they're almost like pinpricks, aren't they? Yeah. Beautiful little thing. Nice fan on the back, perfect tail, and then the odd apple slice at the back with some random sort of angled off ones on the side. Look at that, yeah, lovely. And then a few, yeah, nice, mate, very nice too. Right, let's lift her up and show everyone. So there it is, there's a different outro for you guys, and hopefully you've liked this video. If you want to see more of Corey, his Instagram's at the top of the screen. More of T behind me, his Instagram at the top of the screen. If you want to see more of my Instagram's at the top of the screen now. But like I said, that's this week's video. I hope you liked it. If you have, give us a thumbs up. Make sure you smash that subscribe button so you don't miss any videos going forward. Give us a comment, and I'll see you same time next Sunday, 7:30. All the best. Peace out.